Now we will discuss the new topic, that is the voltmeter. This device we have used in junior class also, and we people know very well it is a device which is used to measure the potential difference. Here we will learn how we will convert a given galvanometer into voltmeter. Of course, we all know voltmeter is having very high resistance, and if it is ideal voltmeter, we say resistance is infinite. It means with the galvanometer, if I say this is the galvanometer, we have to add some resistance in series so that resistance can be increased and it can be converted into voltmeter. So all of you just read some steps which you know very well. Voltmeter is a high resistance galvanometer.
To measure potential difference across
It is used to measure the potential difference between the 2 points of a circuit in volts. And any galvanometer can be converted into voltmeter by using a high resistance in series with the galvanometer. The value of the resistance depends upon the range of the voltmeter. You want to convert the given galvanometer into 2 volt or 3 volt or 4 volt voltmeter range. And for voltmeter, a high resistance is connected in series with the galvanometer. Therefore, resistance of the voltmeter is very large as compared to the galvanometer. And if I speak it is the ideal voltmeter, you will say me resistance is infinite. Okay. Now we will convert a galvanometer to voltmeter. Just a minute please. Galvanometer to a voltmeter of range V. What we will do? Suppose I say this is a galvanometer and I say resistance of the galvanometer is Rg. You want to convert into voltmeter, you have to put some resistance in series. I say this is the S, and all of you know the current which should be passed, that should be the maximum deflection current Ig. Now, if I calculate the voltage across these two ends, I will say V equal to Ig, and resistance of the galvanometer is Rg and it is in series with the resistance S. Now we have to calculate the value of the S. You will say it is written as V upon Ig minus Rg. Okay, it is clear to all of you. So this resistance should be connected in series with the galvanometer to convert into voltmeter, which can measure the V volt. All of you can read it here also. Now I am showing you some video clip how will you convert the galvanometer into voltmeter. Now question comes, which has higher resistance, millivoltmeter or microvoltmeter? Milli means all of you will say order of 10 to the power minus 3, micro means 10 to the power minus 6. Again you will say we know V equal to IR, and if current is constant, V is proportional to R. In the same circuit you are replacing the millivoltmeter with microvoltmeter. Now all of you know if it is a millivoltmeter, resistance is more as compared to microvoltmeter because V is proportional to R. So milli means V is 10 to the power minus 3 order, micro means V is approximately 10 to the power minus 6 volt order. So you will say this millivoltmeter always has greater resistance compared to the microvoltmeter. Okay, so all of you just read it. Now we will convert one given voltmeter to another voltmeter, like we have convert galvanometer to voltmeter. If I convert the galvanometer of resistance G into voltmeter, I have to put some resistance in series. And of course, we know Ig is the full scale diffraction current. We calculate the V, we will calculate Ig, G plus R. This equation we use in the numerical, whatever the resistance is required to attach here. Similarly, I say in place of the galvanometer, I am having the voltmeter. Like I say this is the voltmeter. And I say this voltmeter is also the combination of the galvanometer with series resistance. And let I say resistance of this device is RV1. Initial voltage is V1. Now we have to convert into the voltmeter which can measure V2. Of course, we have to add some extra resistance in series. Let I say this resistance is written as S. Of course, current is given by Ig because galvanometer can have maximum current Ig. Now what is the value of the V2 in this situation? You will write Ig, then RV1 plus S. What is RV1? You can easily say this is the earlier conversion of the galvanometer into the range of V1. So that is the G, you can say G plus R, that is the RV1. You can understand in this way also. So in this way we get the equation and we will use this equation in the numericals like this. Now we will calculate the percentage error in measuring potential difference with a voltmeter. So here if I say this is the ideal situation, we use the Ohm's law, we calculate the V and this V comes IR. And this is the situation, practical situation in which we have convert the galvanometer into the voltmeter and the resistance of the device is RV. RV you can say G plus S. Here if I measure the voltage, what I will say V dash can be written as I. But what is the net resistance of this device? You will say R into RV upon R plus RV because this is a parallel combination. Now you can write it V dash equal to IR upon 1 plus R upon RV. Of course, we will say V dash is less than V. It is visible to all of you because IR is divided by some factor. Now, when V dash will be equal to V, if I say in this equation RV tends to infinite, then what is V dash? V dash equal to IR. In this situation, V dash equal to V. So we will say ideal voltmeter should have infinite resistance. But when we use this voltmeter, definitely there is some error. So we have to calculate the percentage error. Again we will say V is greater than V dash. So we will say V, sorry it should be V minus V dash, let me erase it, upon V into 100. Now what is the value of the V? That is IR. What is the V dash? IR 1 plus R upon RV. You put in this equation both the values, this and this, and finally you get the result that I am showing on the next slide. So let me just check it. This we have discussed. This is the result. And if RV tends to infinite, what is the percentage error? That is 0 because again you will get IR. So there is one question to you. All of you just pause the video and try to solve it. After solving, you please listen me. Here we have given that is voltmeter has a resistance G ohm. I say this is a voltmeter which has the resistance G ohm and has the range V volt. It means across this voltmeter we can measure the V volt voltage. Of course, Ig is the current. It is full scale deflection current. Now you want to measure the resistance to NV volt. It means in series to this galvanometer we put some extra resistance. Let I say this resistance is given by R. Now the range is increasing from V to NV volt. But again one thing is clear to you, Ig will remain same. Ig cannot be, there is a full scale deflection current that cannot be changed. Now if I write the equation here, what I will say NV equal to Ig into G plus R, or you can say NV equal to Ig into G plus Ig into R. And here what you get the equation? V equal to Ig into G. So what is Ig? Full scale deflection current will remain unchanged, V upon Ig. I put the value of the Ig from this equation to this equation. What we get? NV equal to Ig is written as V upon G into G. G is already there. Plus V upon G into G. G can be cancelled. What we get? N minus 1 into G equal to R. This should be your answer. Solve it like this. Okay. Now, usually you should know it. Usually N is referred as the multiplication factor. Like a galvanometer with a range of 0 to 1 millivolt is to be converted into voltmeter of range 0 to 1 volt. Then what is N? N can be written as 1 volt by 1 millivolt. You will get 1000. So what is the multiplier resistance? Directly you will say N minus 1 into G. So this is a shortcut to solve the numericals. Otherwise, definitely we will solve the numericals by long method also. And at that time I will discuss this method also. Now all of you have to mind it that resistance of the galvanometer is more than the ammeter, because ammeter all of you know very well should be have the zero resistance, and voltmeter should be have high resistance, that is infinite. Now what is the advantage of shunt? Shunt means you are putting some low resistance in the parallel to a device, and what is the demerit of the shunt? You please read it. Now we will discuss the measurement accuracy of the voltmeter. Again I will say, of course we have done, but we will discuss it. If you use the Ohm's law, V equal to IR, what is the voltage across A and B? All of you will say me 5000 volt. Okay. But if you use the voltmeter, and this voltmeter cannot be ideal, it cannot be infinite resistance. Definitely some resistance is there. There is very high resistance, so very less amount of the current, that is 0.01 ampere is flowing through the voltmeter. Now I calculate the voltage across A and B. I will say IR, what is the current through 1000 ohm? 4.99. Then IR, R is 1000. You will say definitely measured potential difference is less than actual potential difference. Like this. Okay. Now one more question is there. All of you just read this question and try to solve yourself. Okay. Here it is written that ammeter is always connected in series. Suppose I say this is the resistance R, and we want to measure the current which is flowing through it, that is I. We put the ammeter in series. All of you know the reason is that this ammeter is having low resistance, and we say zero resistance. So whatever the current is passing through the R, that same current will pass through this ammeter also, and ammeter will measure the same current which is passing through the resistance. And similarly I say for the voltmeter, again I will say this is a resistance, and we connect the voltmeter across it, and again we will say this voltmeter is in parallel to this elemental resistance. So if you measure the potential difference across it, it will be same across the resistance. Okay, so that is a simple thing which we have done earlier. But again I will tell you one very important thing. Whatever the current you measure from this ammeter, whatever the voltage you measure from this voltmeter, it will be always less than the actual value. Okay, why? Because the presence of the ammeter and voltmeter affect the circuit due to their finite resistance. We have calculated the percentage error, so you should know that also. One more question is there. Please try to solve it. Okay, we say this is our real circuit which we have used in the Ohm's law. This is the circuit. In Ohm's law we use the ammeter in series and voltmeter in parallel. Okay, and here any current comes I, we say this resistance is R, and we generally say I equal to V by R. Is it okay? Now, by mistake what you people are doing, same circuit is there, but in place of the ammeter you are putting the voltmeter, and in place of the voltmeter you are putting the ammeter. This is a question. Now you have to tell me what will happen to this instrument, means they will be damaged or not. Listen, firstly you will say earlier the current is I, now I say the current is I dash, and I think we can easily see, or we can say I dash is less than I. Why I dash is less than I? Because now the huge resistance in series, so current will decrease. But here I dash will further divide in this resistance R and this ammeter A. It means the ammeter A will get current which is less than I dash. Let me write here. Ammeter will get current which is less than I dash. Okay, it is clear to all of you. Similarly, I say if applied voltage is V applied, then this will further divide across the voltmeter, across the combination of the R and A. So the voltmeter will read, suppose V2 reading, voltmeter reading, if I say V2, it will also less than V. Okay, so what you will say in this situation, the current through the ammeter and potential difference across voltmeter both are less than the earlier situation. Earlier situation means this situation. So you will say when both are less, so none of the instrument will be damaged. But one thing I want to tell you, in this situation, ammeter will read current through it, while voltmeter will read the potential difference across it, which is not, because there is no current through it. Or you can say, let me rectify it again. I will say you, in this situation, ammeter will read the current which is passing through it, while voltmeter will not measure the voltage across the resistance R. It will measure the potential difference across it only. Okay.